Here we are again, day 175 with the Blazer drama. I need to get it registered this week because I got a letter from the DMV saying you better register it. In case you missed it, missing 1, 2, 3, 4, missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look. I just got back from the junkyard. Yay. I got this from a 1990 Sonoma. My Blazer is a 1989 Blazer. I had to trap this so it won't move when I took the socket. The socket is a 35 millimeter socket, which is interesting. It's translated into 1 inch 3/8. All right, here we go. This is a really easy job. This is a combination of standard and metric. And this one here is the one that broke. So I took the pliers and I just worked it until it came through. And I got it off. And I discovered something else. In my last video, I said that, let me see if I adjust the light. There you go. In my last video, I said that these back bolts, you probably can't see them because the lighting's pretty terrible right now, but I said that they were 3/4, but they're actually 18 to my surprise. This 1989 S10 on the engine, for example, if I have the RPMs really high and I'm actually trying to jam around the neighborhood, you know, like go fast, when I came back and parked it, the top of the engine was making noise, like the lifters and everything, and the valves and whatever at the top of the engine, those things were making a noise. So after doing some research, the reason why I came to that decision that it's the lifters is, oh look, the oil pump, look at that. Look at the oil pump is, look at, before it was on 0. Look at, see, look at, it's dropping. It's dropping. See, now it's, yeah, there it goes. So if you see the oil pump fluctuating like that, and look what it says right there, check gauges. And so that's the dummy light to say, hey, look at your gauges. And the other thing also that I need to change is see the thermostat? I know I barely turned it on, but it hasn't went over 100. So anyways, there's no oil pressure. It was working. And the check gauges tells me to check the gauges. So there's 2 gauges that are not right. Even though I just turned it on, yes, it should go up to 200 something, but it never does. So I'm expecting that the thermostat's not working, and then the oil pressure gauge. So anyways, let me I'm gonna turn this off. I sprayed the crap out of all this with some PB Blaster. But there's I think the only bolts is this one. This bolt here. This bolt here. And I think that's the only, oh, this one down here. I tried to get to the top one. Doesn't seem easy. You might have to stick like a box end over here to keep this bolt from turning. There has to be some tricks to this. But I think that's the only bolt holding this gearbox in. Just show you a couple things that might help anyone working on your GMC Jimmy or your Sonoma or your S10. I'm under the engine. There's a lot of engine right there, a lot of smoke. There's a couple things I'm going to do when I get under here. I don't even think that is jacked up high enough. I might need to jack it up like another foot so I could get under here and do what I have to do. I have this pan. I'm going to try to salvage the oil. The oil was just changed and the oil has a bunch of good additive in there. And I really don't want to waste it. Oh shoot, where's that oil come from? That's interesting. Don't know where that oil came from. But here's just some insight. I'm going to do the exhaust. The exhaust connections are messed up. I'm going to see if I can slip under here real quick. There's not enough room. Anyways, I want to pull the oil pan off. I'm going to pull the oil pan off so I could even look inside the oil pan to see if there's any mysterious debris under there. Because there's still a lot to determine if I'm going to go through with this project. Because this is a little bit of a project. I got enough projects, I know, but this one is just interesting and it seems like it might be a way fun ride when it's complete. But over here is the exhaust. I want to replace the exhaust gaskets. They're the donut gaskets under there. And then I want to pull off the oil pan. Unplug the battery because that oil pump needs to be replaced, I'm afraid. So unplug the battery. I'm going to unplug this. And then I'm going to continue on with this project. I'm going to do this first. Take off this. Remember to secure your caliper. I know I should stop, but I can't. And then now, I did decide to take that other bolt off, and I need to document the bolt to help you and to help me and to help everybody. Anyway, see, this bolt I'm taking off here is different than the rest. And I need to document the location of it so I could put it back in the same place. Because this bolt is got threads on the top of it. Looks like it's coming out anyway. I put my nice flashlight away because I'm not trying to ruin it. The transmission lines are in the way. See this bolt? This has to go back in the same place. And let's see here. This goes together like this, and the nut that was on it, somewhere on the ground, I dropped it. Well, I haven't done that, so I'm not sure. Well, maybe I do need to do that. That's what it says to do, so I need to replace the exhaust pipe donut gaskets anyways. Remove the oil pan mounting bolts nuts. Equip with the reinforced strip. Okay, I got that all done. Carefully separate the pan from the block. Don't pry. Okay, I've got the pan to be separated from the block, but wait a minute. Results oil leaks. You may have to turn the crank slightly to maneuver front of the pan. I was trying to keep the front tires on, the front wheels, because it gave me a little bit of security that if this freaking thing fell down, maybe the tires will give me a safety cushion. But at this point, I can't even get this. I'm gonna try to get this axle off. The transfer case needs to come off so the oil pan could come out. So far, I took off the other side, so I gotta take off one more side. Look at this. Yep. I thought I was okay without any latex gloves on. Apparently it wasn't. Look at it. Yay. Anyway, since they're already dirty, I got this. I unbolted this transfer case, but it looks to me now I have to detach all this because it's still the pan is almost off. But I think I got to completely remove the transfer case out of the way. I thought all I had to do is lower it. Apparently not. I have to detach it from the axles. So it's getting dark, so I'm gonna go ahead and detach this connection. Get this out of the way so I don't break any wires. And this looks like it's a 15. Oh wait, it's not a 15 because this is a 14. Anyways, that's my story. So, well, I'm dropping this transfer case. And this, see this? I'm putting it on the recording to help people. This bolt is loose. This bolt, there was one bolt up there. You see it? It's gone now. Up there. it was hard. You had to stick a 18 millimeter box end wrench to hold the back of that nut so you could so it won't turn. So that's that. And then this, I'm using my trusty Cobalt, and there's stinking mosquitoes under here, so this, I'm using the jack to hold it up. I'm not trying to have anything drop on me, but I hope it was just 4 bolts to get this transfer case off. So there's this brace plus the bolt, and then that's the nut. So, oh my goodness. So anyways, I got this jack holding this up. Oh, mosquitoes are biting me. I don't want to get bit by mosquitoes. But check it out. The engine mount is illuminated now. See? Right here. And on this side, look. Socket 36. Now I gotta take this off, keep the caliper on, put this on, and then you could use this like this, to break it. But I don't see how that's a good idea to do it that way. This is the way I got the nut off last time. Man, that bolt, that nut is really stuck on there. I probably don't even need it off. Fine. Whenever you do a heavy job, I mean whenever you're doing something like really heavy duty, like anything to do with belts, anything to do with electrical or anything, be sure to disconnect your battery. Disconnect, you know, they say just disconnect the negative, but you know what, just disconnect both. What the heck, I disconnected both. The other piece is inside. It's fascinating. Look at this. Oh, that broke. That's a bummer. How that broke? Is this plastic? Dang. Well, that might need to be replaced. Too many choices. Let me see. That's the one I took out. This is a high volume oil pump. This is a regular oil pump. I wonder. This one. I wonder if I could just take it apart and clean it real good. I don't know if I want to change something that doesn't need to be changed. Choices. So I was really like, after the whole freaking days and hours of removing that oil pan, I said, hey, what should I do while the oil pan is off? A friend of mine told me, let's get some light on the subject. That's not what he said, but let me just. So a friend of mine told me to check the rod bearing. This is a rod bearing. Yeah. I kind of find it hard to believe myself. But anyways, this is smooth still in the middle. It looks like gouged, but it's still smooth. Maybe a little bit of a scratch. This one too. The rod bearings are about $50 for a set. I have a 6-cylinder, so I need 6 sets. My friend told me just to clean them up, put oil on them, and put them back. But supposedly, see, that's gouged. I might do it after they've been off all this time. Oops, turned it off. Oop. Hate doing that. Anyways.